I feel like I should be like hoodie mellow for this episode. I need to put my hoodie on.
Hoodie mall.
Yeah, man, because I'm gonna say some things that might get us canceled.
Okay, I like it.
And it's cold outside, so if we get kicked out this building, I need to have my ears covered.
No, Rory and Ma.
This is a sick fucking song you playing, first of all.
What? It just came on shuffle.
Oh. That's what shuffled?
Yeah. Boys to Men from How I Met Your Mother. Context. Listen to the lyrics. I feel him.
You know what, Rory?
It happens.
It does happen, Rory.
Love it.
Slappings happen.
It happens, man. You know? It's a few niggas on my get slapped list.
Yeah?
Oh, baby.
You pussy for having a list and not just slapping.
Oh, nah, you gotta have a list because you gotta do things. You have to be very structured and strategic in this thing.
Oh, no, you,
Yeah,
don't. You think
I'm a
Will
patient
was
person.
structured?
Absolutely. Absolutely. He fixed his suit before he walked up on that stage. He knew who he was about to
fixing
do.
it when he was walking back. I don't know, that was sexy
It was
to me.
very structured, very strategic.
I like a good patient slap because I'm one of those people. I'll probably never let shit go. And I don't know if that's to do with my zodiac sign. I don't care if I get to you from 10 years from now. I will take my time.
That's what I'm saying.
I won't actively look for you. I just never
No.
forget.
I'm going to smack you
And
at
then
my
when the
earliest
time
convenience. Yeah.
presents itself.
At my earliest convenience, I'm going to smack the shit out you.
What, Adam?
Backhand or open palm?
No, you got to go open palm.
Yeah. Backhand
Open
doesn't
palm,
really.
Open palm says everything. And then they get to smell your cologne on the open palm. They get
From the velocity?
Yeah,
From
absolutely.
the wind?
Oh, man. You leave the open palm, his face still stinging. He can still smell what you were wearing.
If you smell Joe Malone when you get smacked, I'm going home.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do that, man. It is what it is.
Imagine getting slapped and going home to your girl. And she's like, "Oh, what's that cologne you're wearing?" His.
Yo,
that guy has taste. Let me tell you, he has class.
And he smacked you. What's his number?
Yeah, absolutely. It's okay. A good slap is okay every now and again. It's all about timing, place, reason. Those things are important in a good slap. But there's nothing wrong with a good slap.
So I think we should get into it.
I mean,
or you were just breaking down a slap. That was
we were breaking down a slap.
Ironic,
because as men, we all have those lists and those names that we like. Yo, one day I'm gonna just smack the shit out of this dude.
Have you guys ever punched and or slapped anybody?
Yes, Ed.
Yes, Ed. I'm from uptown New York City. I've had to do that most of my life. I've had to slap and punch.
Any comedians?
Oh, guys that thought they were funny. I don't know if they were comedians. I don't know if they could put that in their on their resume. But
I mean, you seen Schultz on site and didn't do it for me.
Nah, man.
Damn.
Nah, man.
I ain't see him on site.
Schultz wasn't.
I'm not
Schultz wasn't on the.
Schultz.
Schultz wasn't on the list. Schultz is a good guy. He's cool.
And Schultz has reach, so I don't know.
Yeah, Schultz.
I would have to do a different angle with Schultz because I think the reach there is.
But you gonna have to fight Schultz though.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah,
and I think Schultz box.
Yeah, that's what I said. You're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to scrap.
You ever go to slap somebody and they arm longer than yours, so your slap miss and theirs connect?
Yeah, it's called a counter.
Yeah. You should also be prepared for that. If you're going to put your hands on any man, you should be prepared for a counter. But so if the world knows, there's no need for us to just sit here and drag it out. The world knows what happened last night at the Oscars.
For context and content, let's just run through
Will
it.
Smith and Chris Rock, two of our bigger figures in our culture and iconic comedian actors.
All right.
We gotta give them all of that. Give them all of that because we got. This wasn't just some D-list guys. This is what I mean. These are two.
This wasn't at a club. This was at the Oscars.
Yeah,
Fuck who they are. It was at the Oscars. The number one person.
Yeah, but sometimes D-listers.
They did that Oscars crib.
But it was some D-listers at the Oscars last night.
For sure.
I saw the Instagrams. Let me tell you, it was some D-listers in the building.
Well, I mean, everyone wants to bring an IG chick.
Yeah. But Will Smith and Chris Rock got into an altercation. Will Smith did more of the altering than
I was gonna say,
Chris Rock.
An altercation, I think, is two parties.
Yeah, but it was an altercation because Chris Rock said something that triggered Will Smith.
Well, let's go back 6 years.
Okay.
Before we even get into last night. 2 nights ago, if you're listening to it now. Last time Chris Rock hosted the Oscars, it was the Oscars So White campaign.
Yep.
And Jada was boycotting the Oscars. for what was going on with Will and everything. And Chris had made a joke saying, "How can you boycott something you weren't invited to?"
Yes.
I laughed. I thought it was pretty funny. I didn't think much of it, but clearly there's been a tiff between the Smiths and the Rocks.
It's been a little
brewing for a couple years now.
Yeah, there's been a little energy, a little awkward tension between the Rocks and the Smiths. But fast forwarding now that you gave us that 6 years ago, yes, we understood that. So we could see how there may have been some tension there already. And
on top of the fact, sorry, I want to cut you off. Like, just to add to that point, on top of the fact that this was a serious campaign that a lot of people did with Oscars So White, and Chris Rock got a lot of backlash for going that year and hosting. They hired you because everybody was boycotting. You went, you hosted, you looking like a shucking and driving ass nigga. So now a lot of people are looking at him sideways.
But look how the universe works. 6 years later, Jada's at the Oscars.
See, LGBTQ community, whatever the fuck you say all those letters. Yeah. Kevin Hart's not so bad anymore, is he?
Right.
You know what?
Maybe Kev should have done it.
You know what?
So we end up last night. I
have the clip.
Play the clip, and then we'll get into it.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Context, this is the Oscars.
And this is where Carl will put the video.
Should we let it go straight through or break it down?
That was a nice one.
I want to break it down.
Break it down.
I want to start there too, because this is where I think the 6 year thing kind of came back into play. When Chris Rock said, "Oh, that was a nice one," because he could clearly see that Jada was offended by it.
Well, then the crowd said, "Oh, you know," that it gave that reaction like, "Damn, like, come on, man."
But to me, I think Chris Rock has a comedian brain, which I don't think is debated. You know he wanted to be like, you know the amount of jokes I could have just made about Will and Jada, and I'm going to G.I. Jane. I'm saying what I think Chris Rock was thinking.
He made a open, if I'm not mistaken, he made a remark about their open relationship, and they laughed that off.
I've been trying to find the full monologue all day, and
if
I can't
I'm
find
not mistaken, he made, and we could follow up on this, but he made a joke about, all of the comedians made jokes about their open relationship. He made that joke. They laughed it off. That wasn't the only joke he made about her.
Then let's, exactly. So that's where I want to start. This was something... This wasn't about, to me, what I took from this wasn't about Chris Rock. I think that Chris Rock was just the straw that, like, Will Smith just snapped at. And it was like, all right, I've been sitting back for however many years since we announced, you know, we had our Red Table Talk, and, you know, she was dating a younger guy, and we've been the butt of jokes everywhere since then. Our relationship has been the butt of jokes. I think that last night was when Will Smith decided, like, all right, yo, let me end this right. We're not going to be the butt of jokes. We're not going to be the punching bags. Jada and Will are no longer the punching bags for comedians to get their shit off. Enough is enough. Do I agree? I was cool if Will just yelled out, "Keep my wife's fucking name out your mouth," from his seat. I would have been cool with that. I think putting your hands on Chris Rock, because if this was other guys up there that did that, Will Smith wouldn't have put his hands on them.
As in what?
Let's just go for guys that just have funny dialogue in their introductions when they're hosting.
Like Ricky Gervais, he wouldn't have slapped, is what you're saying.
Well, I'm not trying to make it a black. I'm not making it a black and white thing. I'll keep it. Let's say Will Smith had a 5 minute. I mean, Snoop Dogg had a 5 minute set to introduce something. I think if Snoop Dogg makes that joke,
Snoop Dogg is not disrespecting someone's wife in front of them. That's not Snoop Dogg style.
But that's
the problem.
But comedy, because Chris Rock is a comedian. He's a comedian. Everybody knows Chris Rock is a comedian. Comedy, I don't think that Chris Rock was trying to disrespect Jada Will. I don't think it was a disrespect. I think that sometimes if you're going through something personally in your life, and you're at a show and a comedian's on stage and he says something directed towards you, I think it stings a little more because there's other shit that you have going on. The comedian doesn't know that, though. The comedian's up there just to crack jokes at whoever and introduce the nominees. Like, so, and Will Smith knows that because he's done it. Like, he's introduced things and he's been a part of comedy, roasts and all of that. Like, so it's like, I understand that Chris Rock was just the guy that took the blow. But this felt like it was a bunch of things piling up on Will Smith's, like, all right, I've been taking a lot of this shit. Enough is enough. On the biggest stage in fucking entertainment tonight, I'm going to dead all of this. None of you comedians, none of you radio hosts, we are no longer the butt of jokes. It stops here.
Yeah, I think it was the I'm looking for a reason.
Yeah.
Granted, I do think Jada was probably very much offended, and I'm not going to speak for her in that regard. And I'm sure Will was hurt when he looked over and saw her face, because he laughed at first, and then he looked over at his wife, and she was clearly hurt. And I do not know if Chris knew about her condition. Right. I did not know. But I mean, apparently
I'm going to say he did. I'm going to say he did, because Chris Rock is an intelligent guy, and when it comes to things, you know, in the culture with actors like himself, actresses, I'm sure he knows about Jada announcing that she had alopecia a few years ago. I'm more than positive that he knew that she announced that.
And that, but see, that's the thing. So if I'm Will, just like the same way you're assuming that Chris knew, if I'm Will and I know that you know about my wife's condition, because this is a condition that she has no control over, like, in that, you know how black women feel about their hair, bro. And on top of that, let's talk about how Chris Rock made a whole fucking documentary called Good Hair about black women and their hair and how much it means to them and the history of it. And in the documentary, he was still making a mockery of it. And he still had very ill-tasting jokes that black women complained about and that he got lit up for on the internet.
But that's going to happen in comedy, though.
For you to know the background, but this is the thing. There are a million jokes in the world. For you to know the background and the gravity of this, be it so much that you made a documentary about it, and then you get on an internationally syndicated fucking show and you make that joke, don't be surprised if somebody slap your ass. Yeah, but still,
can I ask you just on the good hair thing? I'm asking. I'm asking. How do you think, because I think Chris Rock's intention of that documentary was to bring light to black women's hair.
Yes, but he did.
How else would a comedian tell that story with a comedic creative mind? They would tell it accurately, but they would joke with a joke. They would have fun with it.
That's what people have to keep in context. Chris Rock is a comedian. He's one of our favorite comedians. He has classic movies, classic stand-ups. He's hosted a bunch of shows. He's a funny guy. Like, we know that. This isn't some random guy that came out there and started making jokes towards Jada and Will. This is Chris Rock. So to me, like I said, I was cool if Will wanted to from his seat, even if he walked up to the mic and said, yo, Chris, listen, do me a favor. I love you. You know what I'm saying? I understand this is jokes, but keep my wife's name out your mouth. I'm cool with that. But walking up to Chris Rock in a room of all of those, and let's call it his white people.
Man, I don't give a fuck. Ain't nobody performing in front of no motherfucking white people.
Listen. It's a way to do. It's a time and place. Nah. You don't embarrass Chris Rock like that.
So, why? No, he embarrassed my wife. He embarrassed my wife.
He felt that you just embarrassed my wife with a condition.
Which is why I said I'm cool if he wanted to yell out, yo, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. I'm cool with that. Like, check him if you want to check him. You could check him. I'm not saying he was wrong for checking him. I'm saying he was wrong for putting his hands on him in that room in front of those cameras with all these people watching. That's, to me, where Will Smith was wrong. He could have cursed at him, cursed him out. Yo, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth, yo. Like, we're not doing that. Cool. I'm cool with that. Like, this, I have no problem with him checking him on that. Walking up there, putting your hands on Chris Rock, I just can't. I'm not jacking that. That, to me, that wasn't classy of Will at all. And I understand sometimes you triggered and say things, but like I said, yell out, curse at Chris Rock, yo, you bitch ass motherfucker, keep my name out, whatever. I'm cool with that. But walking up there, putting your hands on Chris Rock, like I said, when I know there are other guys that if they were up there doing that, Will Smith wouldn't have been as quick to put his hands on.
Have you ever suffered from rage before?
Rage?
Have you, the actual condition of like.
I don't know about rage.
We don't really, in the mental health community, we always love to talk about everything but anger and rage.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can suffer from rage.
Yeah.
Whereas you can get so upset. Sometimes rage stems from loved ones being hurt, where you do not think clearly and you just react to what the rage is telling you to do. Yeah. That's where a lot of mistakes and violence does happen.
But there's consequences to you not being able to control your rage.
But I'm also on the side of people can say whatever the fuck they want to say. Never want to stop that. But you could get slapped too. For saying it.
Listen, I don't
like
want
you could do both things can be true here. Chris Rock can say whatever the fuck he want and he gets smacked for it.
Obviously, he got slapped. But what I'm saying is, Will Smith was classless for that. And he's a classy guy.
Probably the classiest, I would say.
He's a very classy guy. The Smiths are classy as a class act family. I just think Will Smith had a moment last night where it was a classless moment. And especially because it's Chris Rock. It's not like, bro, this is Chris Rock, bro.
And this is where I think that there's history with that. Not just that 6 year history.
There can be history.
But this
can be all history in the world.
I think
you're still wrong for walking up there putting your hands on Chris Rock.
Yeah,
you're still wrong. You
could be wrong.
You're still wrong for that. No matter how we slice it.
But you
could curse him out. You could curse him out from your seat. Yo, keep my wife's name out your mouth before I fuck you up, before I knock you. Whatever you want to say. But to walk up there, smack him, and then sit down and then get that off is like, you could have just did that before you put your hands on him. And that's where I was like, damn, that was fucked up.
Well, because I thought the message was, I smacked you. Stop talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
why are you still talking?
I like
let that be the message. But my thing is now, are you gonna smack everybody that's ever had something to say in jokes about you and your wife?
It's not just about the joke, and that's the thing, bro. All them jokes about them being in an open relationship, all them jokes about August, all of that shit. I'm sure it's annoying after a while, but you can
absolutely.
Me and my wife entered into an open relationship. You can't joke on me for somebody else fucking my wife. I gave my wife permission to fuck other people. That's not a relationship.
No, first of all, I can joke about that red table talk. Of course I can.
Oh, the red table talk, yes. But
I can joke about this scenario too.
You can joke as much as you want, but I'm saying as far as him being bothered by it, I don't think that bothers him. What I think is bothering him
please,
is
they did a whole he was bothered. That's why they did the talk.
He was bothered, and last night
Which is fine.
It's okay to be bothered. Will Smith used the biggest night in Hollywood to send a message that he and his family and his wife no longer want to be the butt of jokes. That's all that was. I just feel away because I'm like, damn, that was Chris Rock though, fam. Like,
who gives a fuck?
Chris Rock ain't no, it's not. Whoa. We're not disrespecting Chris Rock. Chris Rock is an iconic. He's a legendary comedic actor in our culture.
And so the fuck is Will Smith. He's a person. He ain't above getting smacked because he's a legendary. Who gives a fuck?
No. What I'm saying is, on that stage, that was wrong.
No.
That was wrong. There's no two ways about it.
It's a white stage. I don't give a fuck about the Oscars.
So why you there?
So that Will could finally get his. I don't give a fuck about the Oscars.
Why are you there?
Oh, you're saying you, not.
No, not Will. I'm saying I don't give a fuck about the Oscars.
Oh, well, I'm talking about take yourself out of it. I'm talking about Will Smith and Chris Rock.
You wouldn't get nominated for one.
Yeah,
I know. I want to be there like Jada.
I'm talking about Will Smith and Chris Rock. Will Smith was wrong for putting his hands on Chris Rock. Was he wrong for being upset at the joke? No. Was he wrong for cursing him out? No. It could have stayed there for me. Putting your hands on him was an insulting, embarrassing, demeaning thing. Because what Chris Rock supposed to do in the middle of him announcing the nominee, start wrestling and tumbling with Will Smith on stage? He had to eat that and keep it like kind of classy. It's awkward already. Yes, the room is like, whoa, is this real? Like, so he has to kind of maneuver around it and be professional. So it's a fucked up position to put Chris Rock in because now it's like the whole world's laughing at him. The whole world's calling him a punk. The whole world is calling him a bitch. Whole world's calling him a sucker. You got smacked, didn't do nothing. This is everything Chris Rock has to deal with today, coming from somebody who I'm pretty sure he respected. As a professional, as a man, as a black man in Hollywood, I'm pretty sure Chris Rock respects Will Smith and Jada.
Probably a hard smack, too.
And this is the thing, though.
He
Will
ate that
didn't
shit,
fit. And that's the thing. You saying that he respects Will. I read Will's book. Will has dealt with a lot of disrespect in this industry from when he was rapping because he wouldn't curse. And people didn't want to respect him as a rapper because he wouldn't curse.
Fine,
they called him
but when
a
you're a public figure, that's what comes with it. When you that big, that's what comes with it. People going to disrespect you.
If you want to be happy every day, you got to be willing to get slapped.
Getting slapped is cool. Listen, getting slapped is cool. I would have been cool if we heard about this at the after party. That's my point. If we heard that Will Smith approached Chris Rock at the after party and smacked him for that, cool. In that moment with all those cameras on and the world watching it, to me it's like, yo, you demeaning another black man in front of all of these people.
But you don't give a fuck about him demeaning the black woman in front of all these people.
It was a joke.
But you're joking about somebody's disease. It's not funny.
Listen, it's still part of. Listen, do you understand what some of the best comedic actors do? They take real life situations, real situations in the world, and they find a way to make people laugh about it. The G.I. Jane shit, cool. Did anybody think that Demi Moore was ugly in G.I. Jane? No. Everybody thought she might have been named sexiest woman of the year that year. Nobody thinks Jada Pinkett is ugly. She's had short hair her entire life. She's one of the most beautiful women on the planet. Like, so it wasn't like he was saying she's ugly. He just said, he made a G.I. Jane joke reference. You get smacked for that? You're going to smack Chris Rock for making a joke? Like, it's like, bro, I get it. You could have been mad. Curse Chris Rock out from your seat. Call him a bitch. Call him a punk. Call him whatever you want to call him. But walking up there and smacking Chris Rock like that was wrong, man. It's no two ways about it. He was wrong for putting his hands on him like that. He was wrong.
I got another theory, because I think Will Smith was going up to do what
I thought he was going up there to start joking on Chris Rock. Like, yo, bro.
You know Chris Rock kept going. When Will was walking up there, he kept, going.
I'm telling you, this is why I think he smacked him. I think he went up there to say, keep my fucking wife's name out of your mouth. It was this moment. Don't call me Richard, bro. When I'm walking up to you mad, angry, don't call me Richard. I think that's what started this. I think Will was going up there.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I really think Will was going up there to be like, hey,
well, if you look
stop
at the
with this bullshit. And then he said, oh, Richard. Then he said, "Nah, I gotta smack this motherfucker. You know my name is Will Smith."
But can you be mad at him calling him Richard? I mean,
you baiting me.
It looked like he was approaching the net for an overhand. Like that's what. Even when he smacked him, the form was like it was like he ran to the net and he scored the point on that.
He dunked on his face.
Yeah, that was an overhand. Like I know what the overhand looked like. That's exactly how Venus looks like when she's approaching the net. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Like he looked like Richard Williams. Yeah, like okay, my bad, Will. I didn't know who you are today.
It was an entendre at the Oscars with a great movie.
Like Chris Rock he was very professional. Like you're Richard tonight. You're accepting an Oscar as Richard Williams.
Just don't call me Richard, bro. My name is Will.
Look, I know, I get it. Like I said, the whole thing was just awkward, and it was one of the moments that we'll never forget. But we just got to keep it real. And Will Smith was wrong for that. He shouldn't have put his hands on Chris Rock. And I know today I'm certain Will Smith is like, I shouldn't have did that.
I promise you he ain't.
Nah. He got it because Will Smith is a class act. We've never seen.
He slapped him classy as hell. He fixed his suit.
It was a very neat and classy smack.
But that's like, but you can't slap.
He wasn't Richard. He was Ali. Ali was coming up there. He went back. Will and Ali came up there.
Yeah, but
and he was nice about it. You seen Will and Ali?
You're right.
That was Muhammad Ali.
No, you're right.
He played that role.
You're absolutely right.
He was boxing in that bitch.
No, that was the first time Will done slapped somebody either.
It's not the first time.
Will be slapping niggas. This ain't the first time Will
fucking Hancock right there.
That was Pookie versus Mike Lowry. That's what that was.
He ate that punch like Pookie would eat it.
Yeah.
He ate that like a crackhead.
No, Chris Rock would eat that punch. Chris Rock, as best as he could in that awkward ass moment. He remained professional. He remained, he tried to keep it, as steady as he possibly could. So, that speaks to his professionalism. But
would have he been wrong to slap him back?
No, absolutely not. It just would have been worse because now y'all up there fighting at the Oscars. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like it would have just been it would have looked crazy for Chris Rock and Will Smith to be on stage tumbling around at the Oscars. Like that would have looked absolutely fucking nuts.
You know, the Twitter tough guys came out the woodworks.
OD.
That's OD. On both sides. They was like, what? I actually would have punched him and then kicked him, stomped him out.
Yeah, of course.
Then everyone on Chris's side of like, y'all would have beat the shit out of Will Smith if he did that fucking monologue. I'm like, all right, guys.
Offset said, I'm definitely slapping niggas the fuck out over my wife. That's a fact.
Oh, and I'm not saying this is Offset, but it was also the array of men that claim to always protect women that I know don't. And I'm not talking about Offset. There was a lot of y'all like,
let's keep things in context.
Anytime I protect my wife, no, you don't.
It's some of you rappers and you niggas talking, like, stop, man. Stop. Because we know y'all history. Like, stop it. Like, cut it the fuck out. Now everybody want to protect black women, man. Like, cut it the fuck out.
Oh, you know that happens every time. That's something that happens.
Like, cut it the fuck out, man.
I'm sorry.
Cut it out.
That's funny as fuck.
Cut it out. Because I'll go through some of y'all catalogs where y'all talking about getting bitches drunk and fucking them. Like, we could get, how deep y'all want to get.
And putting your hands on women.
Yeah, like, so cut it the fuck out, man. I understand this is a moment and everybody just trying to get retweets and quotes on Twitter and Instagram. Mm-hmm. Cut it the fuck out. Because a lot of y'all track records, y'all niggas is clowns and suckers. So stop it. It was a moment that we had in our culture. It shouldn't have happened. We could laugh at it. We could make memes. Chris Rock will be the butt of slap jokes for the next 40 years. We understand that. But like at the end of the day, it was wrong. It was classless. And this is supposed to be a night of class and honor and dignity at the Oscars. For God's sakes, you're sitting right next to Denzel Washington. Like this happened in front of, this is like Denzel. Like
Denzel's definitely slapped somebody in
not
public.
At the Oscars?
He just hasn't had the opportunity to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wanted to. It's some niggas they gave awards to over Denzel. He's like, I'll slap the shit out these niggas. They playing with me. Like, they gave this nigga this award. I'll slap every nigga in this category.
Denzel, when he loses, has the happy, I'm going to smack the shit out of everybody
I'm going to slap every nigga that has something to do with this academy.
Did y'all
sure.
see Sam Jackson dap up Will after it happened?
Oh, Denzel grabbed him to corner to coach him, but I know he was in there like, yeah, that's right.
Samuel Jackson did the fucking up high old man slap dap. Like, yeah, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. So that when I seen the way everybody reacted and immediately went to Will instead of Chris, what I'm thinking is, because we don't know what the fuck goes on in Hollywood, I'm sure that Will is not the only comedian that's don't fuck with Chris Rock like that. Like I'm sure, like it just gave off that vibe of motherfuckers don't like Chris Rock like that,
and that's fine.
I really think by the way everybody reacted afterwards.
Even if that's the case, you still should not walk up to him at the Oscars as he's presenting.
You keep saying at the Oscars, and I want to address that.
Yeah,
what's so special about if he would have slapped him at the BT Awards, would you have cared?
Yeah, you don't slap a nigga with cameras on like that on stage in front of a room full of people.
You just shouldn't put your hands on
Yeah, like at the after party, if we would have heard like, yo, Chris and Will got into it, that's different. That's totally like, listen, he felt some type of way. He didn't like that. He sat in the seat like, all right, I'm going to see this nigga after the show. That's how you supposed to do that. In the middle of the show?
Well, I think that was rage. That was more like...
Yeah, but you got to control, because I know a lot of niggas that had a moment of rage, and guess where they at?
For
you
sure.
have a collect call from, so if you can have rage, cool, that's on you. But your job is to control that shit.
So, Ma, you never telling me you got angry when and acted out in a situation where you probably overreacted.
Of course I did.
Okay, so you can understand where Will is coming from, right?
I said I understand, but what I'm saying is it shouldn't have happened. He shouldn't have done that. He's wrong. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's impossible like this. That should never. No, I'm just saying Will Smith, a guy that's as classy as Will Smith as we've known him to be throughout his entire career, he had a moment last night where it was like, he's gonna regret that. He's gonna look back at that and he's gonna be like, damn, that was stupid. I don't try. Of course he is. We all make mistakes. We all fuck it. We had those moments. That was Will Smith's moment. It just happened to be on what they deemed the biggest night in Hollywood. It happened to be on that stage.
Don't you subscribe to the phrase of on site?
Yeah, but on site don't mean
on site.
Yeah, but but it's also
he said it. I saw him.
Yeah, but on site on site could also mean, like I said,
I don't subscribe to on site.
After this shit is over, I'm gonna see you when niggas is drinking tea and crumpets in the back, like by the fruit bowl. I'm gonna smack the shit out of you.
I subscribe to. I'm eventually gonna get you. I promise you that.
Yeah,
I don't subscribe to on site.
Well, it depends. It depends because sometimes on site the disrespect is super crazy. And it's like, yo, I'm about to hurt this dude. You know what I'm saying? So it's levels. Listen, I'm just saying I don't think what Chris Rock said in that moment warranted him to get slapped right then and there. Do I feel like if it happened at the after parties he got slapped? Yeah, listen, all good. I'm just saying right then and there at that moment on that stage, that was just a little classless.
Well, I mean, I do like what it represents. And this is even coming
keep
from
my
someone...
wife's name out your fucking mouth. Keep my podcast name out your mouth. That's the type of energy.
But I'm saying even as people in this genre, because I think there's a lot of people in our genre, this is not specific to anyone, because there's millions of people that sit behind keyboards and don't go outside and just talk.
Absolutely.
I thought it was a nice representation of you can be held accountable physically for the things that you do say about people. And I have always publicly said, I subscribe to that, including everything I say on this podcast.
Absolutely.
If I say something ill about somebody and they don't take it a good way and I get smacked, I was held accountable.
Okay, yeah, no, that's why I said I understand.
I'm never gonna give you like, what? Come on, it was just words.
Yeah,
like, come on, this was all for jokes.
You gotta get out.
Nah,
you gotta get out.
Oh no, he got down.
I got it.
Will Smith said we gotta get down.
I get it. And we got to salute Chris because again he held it down. And then they're saying that the police asked him if he wanted to file a report, and he looked at them like, man, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? So like, listen, yeah. We laughing at Chris, but he still held it down. He kept it G. He's not filing no report, no assault on Will Smith. He's not doing none of that. He's not cooperating with police. He ain't going that route. So salute Chris Rock on that front too. You know what I'm saying? Let's not just joke about him.
We can't really salute though. That wouldn't happen if he checked in with whack when he landed.
You don't think Will would have smacked him?
Will wouldn't have made it to that stage.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like it's
on
just...
Pyru, it would have been the whole stage would have been surrounding Chris Rock if he checked in.
Let me ask you something. Do you think that Will Smith would have walked up there and slapped Terry Crews like that?
Yes. Yes.
I'm taking Will Smith against Terry Crews fight.
Y'all got Terry Crews twisted.
He would not.
Man,
Terry Crews
just because you can move your titties doesn't mean you can fight.
My nigga Terry Crews would have. Listen, man. Let's keep things
Weinstein
perspective.
grabbed Terry Crews' dick. Terry Crews ain't do shit.
Yeah, but that's weird Hollywood party behind the scenes shit. I'm talking about in front of them cameras on that stage. Will Smith wouldn't have walked up there and slapped Terry Crews like that. I think
he would have.
And Will Smith ain't no little dude. Will Smith got some size on him, but he not slapping Terry Crews like that.
But why would Terry Crews say that? Why would Terry Crews be on that stage saying that?
I'm just saying, no. If Terry Crews said anything that Will Smith thought was disrespectful towards him and his wife. Just anything. I'm just saying. Chris Rock is a frail guy, bro. He's always been a skinny guy his entire life.
Nah, man, he got divorced and he put some muscles on. I've seen him being reposted on Instagram with a shirtless pic. I'm like, is that Chris Rock?
I've never seen the shirtless pic of Chris. Last time I saw Chris Rock shirtless,
wild since he's been.
Last time I saw Chris Rock shirtless, he was hitting crack rock in New Jack City.
Totally different.
That's the last time I saw Chris Rock.
He looks
shirtless.
like Wesley in that movie now.
Okay. Well, yeah, man.
But also don't mean you can fight.
That's true.
He's just getting in shape because now he's single. But
listen, man, at the end of the day, it just we're gonna talk about this for years. It's definitely a moment that we'll never forget. But I just don't think that it should have went that far. But again, I do understand on one hand though, like you feel disrespected. Your wife felt like she was disrespected. can't control your rage. You're dealing with a lot of shit personally behind the scenes that nobody in the room knows about, in your relationship, in your personal life with your family. All of those things added up, and you get to your breaking point. I understand, but I just wish it didn't happen on that stage. That's all.
How did Diddy solve everything, by the way?
Diddy? How did Diddy solve
Diddy
what?
funny as fuck.
Yeah, Diddy solve the situation. Apparently, he said that now they're good. They're chilling.
That's because Diddy smacks a lot of people. Diddy looks, I'll smack both y'all.
Listen,
Make up.
y'all keep acting up like this?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that, and again, it was handled away from the cameras, away from the stage. Like, they had a conversation. That could have been the same thing without the smacking. It could have been like, okay, I'm going to see you after this is all over. I'm going to approach you, and I'm going to tell you how I feel. It's just that Will Smith had a moment that I don't know Will Smith personally, but I can almost assure you that today when he woke up and he still had to deal with all of this and people talking about retweeting, reposting, he's like, damn, like I shouldn't. Because this almost overshadows his Oscar win.
Nah, because the speech, they're connected
speech.
now, yeah.
The speech was bogus because you didn't apologize to Chris.
Nah,
'Cause he ain't feel like he needed to.
Because he ain't sorry.
That's who you need to.
No.
That's who you need to be apologizing to. You apologize to you didn't slap the Academy.
All right,
you
listen.
slapped Chris Rock.
Listen, if there's somebody I got an issue with and I'm in your house and I smacked the shit out of them and I felt I was warranted to smack them, I'm going to go apologize to you for doing that in your house.
Okay, but
I'm
then,
not apologizing to him.
Okay, but then
so he apologized to the Academy. I'm sorry for doing that at your crib.
But then to what Puff is saying,
I should have waited.
But then to what Puff is saying, so then why are y'all having a conversation about it afterwards then? Because if it's all good now, y'all spoke. Like, so then if you feel like that, you just want to apologize to the Academy, don't speak to me after, nigga. I have nothing to say to you.
When did that happen, though? The before or after speech? I don't know the timeline of when Diddy...
Well, Diddy spoke about it.
Diddy Farrakhan stepped in and...
Well, it would have to be after the awards was over that they spoke.
Yeah.
So
it would have to be.
All right, so yeah, then Will at that time was still upset and didn't feel like apologizing.
How do you know that? Why do you think that Will went up to... I'm sure, almost positive Will didn't go up to Chris. I'm pretty sure Chris went up to him and said, yo, bro, I didn't know...
Will Smith is a class act, bro. He's a classy guy. Like, he just had a weak moment. He had a moment where he snapped. But that don't mean that he's forever going to be the guy that's like, fuck Chris Rock. I don't think Will Smith is walking around with that energy towards Chris Rock. I think in that moment, he had a weak moment. He snapped. He lost his cool. And we saw Will Smith not be classy for 20 seconds.
Will's going to be fine with it because to him, it was a fair transaction. You said something I didn't like. I hit you. We're good now.
Yeah, but
it's done. It's over.
True that. But again, the putting the hands on him part.
I understand.
That's where I think Will Smith was like, I went too far with that. I shouldn't have. I could curse him the fuck out. I could curse him out from my seat. Like he did. He yelled loud and clear. He ain't have no mic and we heard him loud and clear.
The second one, he was louder than Chris with the mic.
Exactly. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Cool. I was cool with that. The smack was just like a...
Listen, I don't think he's regretting it this morning. I think he asked Jada, what's the code to the storage room? And he went in there. She got the Lysol wipes. They picked up the red table, and the three of them are going to sit down.
Oh, no.
I don't think there's no regret. They got the Lysol wipes. They got the dust off the red table.
This is going to be super corny when they sit down.
They're calling Jada's mother.
Like, I don't even want to see that episode. Like, that's because that's
Y'all
corny
gonna watch
to me.
it. I want to see
But
it.
it's corny. I watch corny shit, but it's corny. That don't mean it ain't corny.
I agree.
Like, that's corny. Like, now you want to turn it into red. Come on, man.
I don't think
that's what I'm saying. Is everything for content?
Table.
Is everything for, like, views? Like, what type of simulation?
Welcome to 2022.
Yeah, like, this is like a simulation. It's like, and I'm not playing these rules, and I don't. So when niggas be calling me weird because I don't talk about everything that I do and the women I date, now I'm being sneaky. Now, no, nigga, I just don't. Certain shit is just not for views and clicks.
I agree.
So you slapping Will Smith at the Oscars and then turn it into a red table talk knowing that millions of people's going to watch it, to me, it's just like, all right, so was that, you know what I mean? Like, was that part of the...
Maybe it's for Chris. Maybe it's not for them. Maybe Chris want to get his conversation on to dead it so he doesn't look as nuts to the internet.
Well, Chris Rock and Kevin Hart are going on tour, and I'm sure, I'm more than certain Chris Rock is going to have
they just upped the ticket prices.
A whole new set and a whole new...
Listen, it crossed my mind that it was fake in the beginning.
Yeah.
It felt like it felt like Will and Jada finally wanted to get their get back to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like award shows views were dropping by the millions every single year. No one really watches them shits. Just gave a reason to watch it.
This was the lowest rated Oscars ever last night.
But I'm sure in return it won't be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it did cross my mind. Do I think it's fake now? No. But at first I was like, oh yeah, the award shows are all tanking. They need something. Jada and Will finally want to feel good about everyone and everything they've been saying. And Chris Rock is a comedian and would be fine with getting smacked because he's a comedian and then he can joke about it later. I was like, oh, everyone wins in this circle.
When I seen Denzel calming him down, like, and it was Denzel and Tyler Perry, and he was over there.
Okay, so three of the greatest actors could still be pretending.
Like the way he was hyperventilating and shit like that. Like I don't think it was fake.
Have you seen 7 Pounds?
No. Great movie. Great fucking movie. But
he was going in that movie too.
Yeah, but when I knew it was real.
When his dog died in I Am Legend?
I knew it was panting. I knew it was real when Chris Rock's reaction.
Yeah.
Like when he started talking and Will Smith was cursing him out, like what he was saying and how he didn't know where to pick up at. He was
stuck. Yeah,
like that's when I knew I said, oh, no, this is real. This isn't like a stunt that they're doing. This really happened. Like Chris, he don't even know how to spin out of this. Like, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's when I knew it was real, and I was like, damn, man, like that's it. And again, first of all, we know it overshadowed Will's Oscar win because we still haven't congratulated Will on winning Best Actor.
I mean,
all we talking about is him smacking Chris Rock.
It's long overdue.
So, so now, congrats to Will Smith on winning Oscar for Best Actor.
Well deserved.
And what is it called?
Best Actor in a Lead Role for King Richard.
King Richard, which was a great movie, by the way.
Phenomenal movie.
He did a great job. Shout out to the Williams family. Salute to them. And again, that happened in front of the Williams fans. Serena and Venus was there. They
was kikiing over that shit.
Yeah, my dad would have done the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, but
exactly.
it's just
but exactly though.
Everybody in the room was complete. Like I saw the monologue of pictures. That was like because everybody thought it was fake. Like, come on, this is Chris Rock. He's a comedian. This is Will. Will's a goofy guy. He's done stunts like this before.
Yeah,
everybody. Yeah, like and everybody thought like, oh, okay. But then when you start keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth and all that, and then you see Chris don't even know how to respond. It's like, oh wait, like we just witnessed something really go left. Like
it was the physical version of what's the comedian, Mike Myers, or that's the serial killer.
That's the serial killer.
Both.
Who played Austin Powers?
Mike Myers.
Oh, it's the physical version of that. After Kanye went on his rant, and Mike was like trying to keep the show together. He's like, yeah, they're drowning over there.
You don't know how to come out of it.
You could donate, I guess. And then it panned to Chris Tucker, and he's like,
yeah, it's like you don't know what the whole room is like. Yo, like what just happened? This is not on because again, these are actors, and most of them have scripts, and they know how to read scripts and follow scripts, and they know stand here, walk out to this music. When the music cuts, go here. Everything is so. when that is thrown off, everybody's like,
everybody fucked up.
Yeah, everybody's like, the nominees are. Yeah, like if nothing else, just say the nominees are. Like you go right to
the script director.
Exactly. So that's when I knew. I said, all right, this is real. It's fucked up. I feel bad for Chris, but I think he held it down because it could have went left. Because if you look at that video closely, you saw Will Smith kind of look back over his shoulder. He thought Chris was coming up behind him after he smacked him. Like he had to just make sure, like, let me make sure this little slim nigga ain't trying to run down on me and knock me out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you hit a man, you got to be expecting to get hit back.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we could laugh and joke. It's funny as fuck, Chris Rock. You got the shit slapped out of you, but we learned a lot about you. You're a class act. You know how to handle any situation. You got a strong ass jaw. You got to take a hit.
The canvas.
No, he hit the canvas. Yeah, his right knee buckled a little bit, but he came right back. But he had shoes on, so his grip wasn't. You know what I'm saying? If he had sneakers on,
he was in a good position.
But he was squared up. If he would have angled a little bit, had his foot up, like he could have taken.
So we got to give Chris Rock some props, and he ultimately held it down to the fullest. He didn't cooperate with police. He didn't file no report.
Chris Rock was never filing no report.
We don't know. I would have never thought that Will Smith would have slapped the shit out of Chris Rock at the Oscars either.
Yeah, everything's up for grabs right now.
That's what I'm saying. I don't
believe that before Chris Rock.
Because if that happened, we would be like, well, he did assault him in front of like millions of viewers. Everybody saw it. He did get hit. So it's like some people would have been like, well, yeah, he got assaulted. Well, but I'm glad that he didn't, and he's like, nah, man. And again, like you said, as a comedian, sometimes you got to be known. You got to know that some of that comes with the territory.
Chris Rock did get ahead of this, not knowing though. Because when he did like the deluxe version of the Tambourine special, which was just like 10 extra minutes, like 2 years later, he did a press run. And his main topic of the entire press run was that his mental health. Mm-hmm. And he suffers from some mental public disorder where he is awkward and doesn't say the right thing and he doesn't take social cues well and doesn't know when to say something, when not to. So that red table talk, the world's going to forgive Chris Rock. Mm-hmm. He's going to go right to mental health. And it's true because he already talked about it. He's way ahead of this.
Yeah.
I don't think that he's going on no red table talk. I really don't think Jada liked Chris Rock. I'm telling y'all. She don't like that man. You can tell by the way she rolled her eyes when he made that joke.
But if I don't like you and you've been served, I don't care anymore. We could be friends. We could be friends now.
Women don't work like that.
And then at the end of the day, and I'm just, again, this is just me being a black man. I feel like when we're black men in Hollywood and we both reached obviously Will Smith is probably more successful than Chris Rock. Well, it depends on what you deem to be successful.
Is more successful than
it.
Well, of course.
And what you deem to be successful, like if you deem it to be money, box office numbers, I don't know, whatever. But I think that ultimately that's what the bottom line is going to come down to. And Will Smith is, like I said, he's one of the most positive, influential, spread love, live life, enjoy life people that you probably will ever meet. His whole campaign is enjoy life, take a leap of faith, don't be scared, dude. That's his whole thing. I'm pretty sure that they're gonna sit down and talk about. We know a red table talk is coming. I mean,
my favorite part,
and I think it'll be great because I think Chris Rock, again, he's an iconic comedic actor. He's a legend. He's gonna find a way to sit down with Will and Jada and turn that into the most hilarious fucking interview, red table talk, whatever. It's definitely gonna be the most watched red table talk
for sure. And the bits he's gonna get. One of my favorite Jamie Foxx bits is the one about the Any Given Sunday set when him and LL Cool J got in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
That was the big story, and that became the funniest shit ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and he flipped it after he got hit and kind of made LL look nuts.
Yeah. So again, we talking about Chris Rock. He's more than capable of making this hilarious, iconic moment in his life. Yes, he got slapped. We saw that. We watched it. But now coming out of that, talking about everything, and I think that they'll get past it, and ultimately, Jada may have some feelings towards things Chris has said in the past for sure, but I don't think that Chris Rock has any hate or dislike for the Smiths. I don't think that.
Ma, you love me, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
A motherfucker disrespect me, you was gonna let them walk on that disrespect while you with me?
A comedy, like a comedy, like a comedian. If we go to the Comedy Cellar.
This ain't the Comedy Cellar, this the Oscars.
But it's
if
supposed
we
to be
at the Ambies.
It's comedy relief though. It's a comedic. It's a comedian presenting a category.
If we at the Ambies,
it's a comedian presenting a category.
Who would have made? I want to know who made it the joke at the Ambies about Demaris. Which one of them presenters?
But don't laugh because we were there and the guy was a comedian. He was making jokes.
Yeah.
That's part of presenting awards. You have comedians come up to present. They crack jokes at the celebrities in the rows, and this is we know this whole spiel. We know how this goes. That's why to me I'm like, Will, you just had a classist moment, bro. You know that was you went too far. This is what they do every year at the Oscars. It's a comedian that hosts the Oscars.
Well, sometimes you just don't find that shit funny.
No, and you for me?
I get it.
At the Ambies. Here's the thing: the guy that presented is part of a community you can't hit, so we might just have to take that L together.
We most definitely are taking that L, and we're like, listen, Demaris, don't worry about it. You'll be all right.
Like, he ain't really mean that shit.
Yeah, like let me go out after this. It's all jokes. We getting the fuck out of here. Like we leaving
he
now.
Beat the nigga that you arguing with in the club, and he starts saying,
"You can't beat that community."
That's a huge community. We can't.
No, I'm saying, but you know how when you with your y'all aren't men, but you
we're
with
not
your
men.
Nigga in the club.
We aren't men.
I mean, y'all aren't women. When you with your nigga in the club,
just because I ain't want to.
If I go to a dude and I say, yo, this little skinny nigga slapped my ass, like you gonna go up and violate him, but like if a big ass,
no. See, no.
See, this is what I'm scared.
No, you speak. Now
I saw a lot of women on IG.
You turned it into a whole different thing. You turned it into a whole different thing. You said if this man smacked my ass, that now you turn it into an entirely the whole different thing. Now, don't do that. If a dude smacks your ass, then of course we run it in his mouth. You know that. That's not nothing to talk about.
Y'all missed.
We talking about a comedian saying, "Yo, G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it." Like we gonna pop on a nigga.
Also, to what Demaris just said though, I'm very scared for men out there now. The amount of women on Instagram and Twitter that were getting into
and women
this,
are corny
my man got to do this. I'm like, all these women are gonna get their man beat
if
the
that
fuck
was
up
two
now.
black women, if that was Lupita and Angela Bassett up there, and and one of them slapped another one, and we was on there like, yeah, Black Queen, hold your husband down, they would have tore niggas to shreds on the internet.
No,
yes, y'all would. Stop.
I wouldn't have.
We know that it's a double standard world, whether women like it or not. It's things that women can do that men can't do. It's things that men can do that women can't do. So let's just stop there.
Question.
If that was two black actresses, and her husband was sitting there, her husband felt embarrassed, and that black woman went up there and slapped another black woman, and black men was on social media like, that's right, queen, hold your king down and all. Y'all would have killed them niggas that was doing that.
No,
y'all would have shredded them niggas to pieces.
I'm all about I am very overprotective of my loved ones, so that's why I understand completely where Will's coming from. Whatever happens, happens. Like,
what if Jada
you was definitely that I'm gonna go get my girl?
Hey, you're trying to say something, we can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. I said, what if Jada went up there
and slapped Chris Rock?
Yep.
You gotta eat that.
Oh, he definitely got to eat that. This is what you mean. Like, he got to do the same thing that he did with Will. He just got to eat it. You can't go hit Jada back. You can't do that.
And Jada's from Baltimore, so I don't know who smacked, because I think Will held back.
Yeah.
Jada might have really gave him a piece.
It would have been, keeping it 100.
Jada was texting the homie.
Keeping it 100, it would have been more acceptable coming from Jada. Like, I wouldn't have been like...
she was the one, she was obviously
But then it would have even started a narrative like women shouldn't put their hands on men because
it's always going to be a narrative, right?
Of course.
Always. We can't get away from narratives. You know that.
At that point, your man should probably defend you in that regard. Take away the
but Demaris tried to turn it to, yo, if I'm in the club with y'all, nigga grab my ass. No, that's not what I was saying.
Y'all missed my joke and what I was saying. I said, men, it's a difference between, like, if a man is... If your girl come and get you for a little skinny nigga, and then your girl come and get you for a big nigga that's the size of Terry Crews, but he really about that life, unlike Terry Crews, your reaction is a little different. You might be like, all right, he ain't mean it. Like,
she ain't mean it. Yo, I talked to her, I bought him a drink.
Yeah.
My nigga, listen, man.
We talked it out, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, don't even worry about that shit. Calm down.
That's when I ordered a bottle of what's the heaviest bottle of vodka? Grey Goose.
But I will say,
order 2 Grey Gooses and go right upside that big nigga head. Put that nigga right down.
The Ciroc is actually heavier, but with the handle on the Goose, you do get a better.
Yeah, the handle, the Goose.
The bottom of a Grey Goose bottle is like marble,
and it's thinner, so it moves quicker.
Yeah, like you slap a nigga with a Grey Goose bottle, and but now you got to be careful because if you slap a nigga with a Grey Goose bottle, and he's standing there and be like, huh.
I'm gonna take the bottle, hit it on my head.
With the next bottle.
We even.
Yo, we even. Look
how quick we got even, bro. Smack my own self.
Yo, we even after hitting yourself in the head with a bottle is so funny. Yo, we even now, fam, right? You gotta say right? Like,
trying to confirm.
We even now.
Other shit people didn't talk about. I love Jaden's energy. Jaden was like the guy behind the rapper in URL. He's like, that's what we do.
That's what we do. Facts.
Jaden, shut up.
It's up.
Jaden, shut up.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's too many niggas from the sidelines that's just saying shit. And granted, that's his mom and dad.
Of course, no, you got to cheer them up.
Of course, Jada, and I love Jada. He's warranted to speak on that. But it's just the other niggas that's on social media today that's just like, dude, we got to pull up your shit, fam. Because everybody got some shit. Like, everybody got some shit. It's like, I get it. Everybody's laughing, having a moment, but some of y'all niggas gotta relax. We know the track record. We know the history. We know what some of y'all niggas have been dealing with in real life.
You only protect women on the internet.
Yeah, like, stop it. Some of you niggas is really putting your hands on women behind closed doors. Some of you niggas is, you know what I'm saying? Like, we not, like, so let's not, like, come on, fam. We can laugh as, we can have a moment, make the memes and all of that. But some of you niggas need to laugh and keep your phone in your pocket, though.
Just laugh at the other jokes.
Yeah, just laugh. Just read the memes and just laugh, bro. But y'all niggas can't be posting, can't be chiming in, because some of you niggas are real life suckers.
I will say, the most angry person I don't think is Chris Rock. Bingo card, I think it's Kanye West. Yeah, he did Kanye's entire life in one moment. Kanye is the one that's known to disrupt awards, run on stages. He's trying to protect his wife right now. He's been threatening people. He hasn't been invited to the Oscars.
Right.
Kanye was sitting there with his fucking head steaming.
Yeah, Kanye, he definitely wish he was there for that. In the room for that.
He might diss Will Smith out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You might want to smoke with Will now?
Of course.
Yeah, I think
so. You took my whole style.
Yeah, I think so.
Yo, the funniest thing to come out of this is the Beyonce and Jay-Z jokes that people be having, because they have Beyonce and Jay-Z's reaction. They have a picture of it. And Beyonce's like laughing like at the mess, like, did y'all see it? And Jay is like stuck. Like, somebody said he had an elevator flashback. They said he had PTSD, post-traumatic slap syndrome. They was going in.
That's
like,
funny.
Yeah,
that
man.
shit had me screaming.
And that was another moment. See, like, again, we're back to the double standards. Some say that Jay would have been perfectly in his right if he put his hands on Solange.
He would not be in his right.
Some people say that. I don't think so.
Those people are very stupid.
Yeah.
But this is what, during that time, people was on the internet saying, yo, if he would have hit her, he wouldn't have been wrong. And I'm like, fam, he handled it the exact way he was supposed to handle it. Like, yo, chill, stop.
It's also not like Solange is some random girl off the corner.
Right, that's family.
It's his sister.
Yeah, like that's family. Like, so, but I'm just saying, people were saying that. They're like, yo, if he would have put his hands on her, he was protecting himself. And I'm just like, no, fam, you gotta, and that's why I say we gotta salute Chris Rock, because in that moment, he handled himself. He handled himself the right way. You can't start wrestling and throwing blows and fighting with Will Smith on stage at the Oscars. You can't, that just cannot happen. You gotta eat that. It is what it is. You're the butt of jokes for the next 50 years. It is what it is.
Chris he just gotta go smack somebody now. Some comedian. He gotta go Comedy Cellar, go smack Bill Burr, somebody.
You think so? Is that the way he got to handle it? I think that Chris
that's
Rock
kind of how Will handled it, because I felt like that was a smack for everybody. It just so happened to be.
It was Chris Rock.
It
was definitely.
Like, oh wait, he said what?
Yeah,
finally I can hit somebody.
Yeah, somebody's right here. I can slap the shit out of for sure. But
it was my highlight room moment. I didn't need to run over there, but it's like, oh, all right. He said that and he's here.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Why you keep, you not gonna let that go. You never gonna let that go.
Because never mind.
Just let it, nothing. Just don't pay Rory no mind.
Because I be knowing some
let
shit.
it go, bro. Just let it go. But in other news, did we get out?
They gotta let it go. I don't even know them.
No, I'm talking about.
But I know a lot about them
I'm talking about Will and Jada.
Huh?
Will and Jada.
Is messy.
Will and Jada. I'm not even listening to Rory. Will and Jada. We're over it. The Oscars happened. Congrats to all of the winners, all of the nominees. Salute to Will Smith on his first Oscar. It's his first Oscar win, right?
Yes.
Salute to Will on his first Oscar win, his first Oscar slap. Yeah, man.
First all-black production team.
At the Oscars?
Yeah.
Nice.
Shout out to the first all-black production team at the Oscars. Shout out to DJ D Nice. He was the DJ for the evening. That was pretty dope.
Wait, hold on. We saying this overshadowed Will's award. Fam, this no one talked about a Beyonce performance.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You know what you have
did
to do
y'all know
to
Beyonce
stop?
was going to be performing?
Yeah, I knew.
I didn't even know that.
I knew.
I had no idea she was performing at the Oscars.
I didn't know.
I
wasn't paying attention to
She performed
Oscars
in Compton for the Oscars.
Well,
open.
yeah.
But it was beautiful, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't know she was going to be a part of the Oscar show at all. I had no idea.
Dog, you realize, I feel like on 9/11, if Beyonce was performing, people would still talk about it.
Absolutely.
You know what you got to do to get people to not talk about a Beyonce performance?
Bro, listen, man, that's something that threw us all off. We was like, whoa, like Will Smith slapped Chris Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said
with
it to
a
the
foreign
group chat, like, thank you so much for making my job easier. I was right. I was doing the show.
Yeah, no,
I was high. I'm like, damn, what we gonna talk about tomorrow?
That's definitely the news of the day. I don't know if anybody else had anything going on last night. I don't know that it matters.
I went down to Philly.
Oh, yes,
oh
you
my
did.
God,
It was
laugh.
like Hancock and Peacocks, both a lot of ass whoopings.
Well, listen, and I'm gonna say this. First of all, shout out to Coach Shaheen Holloway on a great season with St. Peter's. Shout out to all the players at St. Peter's. Shout out to St. Peter's School and everybody there. The energy was great.
He was on FaceTime with my mans, and he begged me not to go. He was like, "Why are you going, man?
Mm-hmm.
They've been winning. You've been watching on TV. Don't take your ass down there."
And I started to tell you that when you put in the chat that you bought the tickets. I was like, Rory, I don't know, man. I think you should continue to just watch this from home. They've been rolling. Your energy might, throw this whole thing off.
Yeah.
And sure enough, man.
You thought it was me?
It was absolutely you. How can you prove it's not?
Nothing to do with the shooting percentage, right?
No.
Had to do with me.
Absolutely. You should have never. You like the mush. In Bronx when the mush bought the ticket for
put him in the bathroom.
Yeah, put him in the bathroom. Man, they should have put you in the bathroom last night. Like, you just
should have watched the game from the bathroom.
Yeah, man. You went down there and you just gave them all some bad. They couldn't get a rebound.
I kept switching seats. I was on my. You ever seen Celtic Pride, the movie?
Absolutely.
Dog, I was trying.
He was.
I was sitting with Kaz. I was moving to other seats. I was like,
yeah, man.
I was literally around the arena like,
They kicked you out for a reason years ago, Rory, and you just found your way back in.
Or was this my revenge the whole time?
Ooh.
You waited all these years to wait.
I said I always get my get back.
Wait till they got to the Elite
Always
Eight.
be patient.
That's fucked up, man. But either way, man, shout out to St. Peter's. Hell of a run.
Great run.
I think they definitely were the Cinderella team this year. Destroyed everyone's brackets.
Mm-hmm.
And Shaheen Holloway had a good run, and I don't know if it's announced yet, but he will be. Yeah, he will be the. Did they announce it officially?
They announced it.
Yeah, he's the next head coach of Seton Hall, which I think everybody knew that was.
He had verbally committed. They didn't want to announce it out of respect to fuck up the run and everything that he was doing. Like, focus should be on that, which I thought was
you have
respectful shit.
Absolutely, you got to keep it that way. But shout out to Shaheen Holloway going back to his alma mater in Seton Hall. Yeah, man, but it was a great run for y'all though, Rory.
Well, I will say, watching that shit, you don't really see the difference on TV. Like,
the energy is different in the building.
Well, I'm saying like the size different. the athletic ability difference between those two teams. Yeah. That shit was really like watching a high school team against a college team.
Yeah. No, North Carolina was definitely supposed to win that game.
But that's why I fucked with them, because they really were scrappy and played through that shit. Mm-hmm. I felt like it wasn't so much the looks they got. They got a lot of open looks. They had good takes to the basket. They just weren't fucking hitting shots. Like, it's not like it was a lack of, NC just shut down any opportunity for them to score. Mm-hmm. Had mad looks. They just wouldn't fall.
That's how it is. That's how it goes some nights. Some nights you make shots, you miss shots. It is what it is. But, they definitely overachieved. Yeah. And I know once you get that close, you want to keep it going. But reality kicks in and it's like, all right, this bus stops here. So they did a great job, though. They definitely did a great job. And it was good for you to get your shit off. And
it was fun, man. Yeah. I like talking shit. Yeah. And I died with the team on Twitter. Mm-hmm. I wasn't going to go and do what a great run. I was like, nah, fuck this. Yeah. The refs.
The refs. It was all their fault, even though we lost by 30. It was the refs.
And I kept, of course, because, Elite 8 tickets aren't the cheapest. Mm-hmm. So most UNC fans, because a lot of their alumni have more money than St. Peter's alumni.
For sure.
By nature.
Right.
So, and they're just a fucking mean bunch. They didn't let up.
A mean bunch is sending me.
And of course I had some gear on, and it was just me they could point out.
You had your St. Peter's shirt on?
Of course. I got my licks off, though. Yeah. One guy kept yelling, beat the cocks, and I kept yelling, Ayo, pause.
Yeah. That's what you
there was another time this fat, super fat, white, obnoxious dude just kept fucking screaming shit the whole time. Like, they were up 30, and it was like, sir, like, at this point, you're doing a lot.
Yeah.
Your wife is embarrassed. Yeah. Like, you are making everyone like.
He was a Tar Heel fan?
Yeah.
Okay.
He kept yelling that, and I said, judging by your stomach, man, when was the last time you saw your cock? Even his own family thought that was great. Yeah. And then he tried to get a get back, and I'm like, you have no right to be talking about heels when you can't touch your toes. It's just how I feel.
See, now if he would have walked up to you and slapped the shit out of you,
he wouldn't have. No, I mean, he could have tried. I'm saying he could have. I wouldn't have been mad at the walk.
Yeah.
But he was picking at me first. I was sitting there minding my fucking business watching the game. He just screaming at me.
Yeah. Like, but you had a Peacock shirt on. What you expect?
But with the fan thing, and this is kind of similar to what we're talking about with the Oscar shit, I like fan banter. I think that makes the game fun. I think y'all should.
1,000%. It's part of the game.
There's lines, though. Like, there's certain lines of, like, what you yelling. Yeah. And he was getting real close to that line before I started saying shit. Okay. I tried to make it funny because I could see he was getting to that line, and I don't want to play that way.
Yeah, I feel you. I know.
I'm here to enjoy the game. Like,
but you got to be able to read
We could laugh.
Yeah, 100%.
Get your shit off.
100%. But you could read when it's like, he getting a little...
And you shouldn't be saying that to me. Yeah. Because you're fat and old as fuck.
I get it.
And wearing a sweater.
I get it.
A sweater with a vest.
I want to talk about our trip to LA, and
you just got back. You just touched down.
Yeah, this morning.
Teterboro to the studio.
Teterboro. Wasn't it Teterboro?
Yes, you were.
I'm mad at Demaris.
Man, what the fuck did I do
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you.
God damn.
So Baby D. We was in LA. It was our happy birthday, Baby D.
Once
again, we was in LA. We took Demaris to dinner and took her to the club to get her shit up.
Two dinners.
And she told us, she said,
wild dinners.
She had mentioned a guy's name that she wanted us to introduce her to, and how she had a huge crush on him, and this, that, and the third.
This was in the club?
No, this was on when we recorded. I spoke shit to existence.
Okay.
But I'm just mad at Baby D because it's like, you had action 5 feet away, and you ain't say nothing. You ain't stepped to your business.
She talk a good game too.
Yes. Yeah, like, why you ain't go up to him and slap the shit out of him? Like, you could have did that and be like, like, nigga, like, what took you so long to come into my life? You could have hit him with some shit like that, and it's like, boom, now you got action. But you just sat there and you don't hold your tongue for nobody. And I couldn't believe that you were just so like, you sat down, you just started acting like a real lady. I was like, I don't even know Baby D anymore.
Yeah.
Who is this?
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we tried to make it look ill. We got her the sign so dude could know, like,
it's her
who's
birthday?
Demaris?
Yeah, it's shorty birthday.
She got the sign.
Yeah.
Oh, these are her bottles.
She sat down. I said, nah, Baby D not gonna act like this right now. For those that don't know, we talking about Damson Idris. He walked into the club. He was in our section. Super cool guy. Shout out to Sean who put it together. Another great night at Sadiq. So yeah, we took Demaris to Sadiq. She never experienced it.
Hey,
great R&B night,
like,
great
that's
music.
An easy intro.
Yeah, Damson that's 2 degrees of separation. Actually 1. And you just sat down and I said, nah, baby. And I wasn't gonna put the battery in you. I wasn't gonna do that. I just like, let me just observe and see how she gonna move right now. Less than 5 feet away. You didn't say hello.
I don't shoot shots I don't know if I can make.
Yo, she sat down. And you had to see what D. Oh no, the gram. So first of all, let me explain to y'all that I didn't see that picture. I knew she went to take it because I was obviously at the restaurant. I didn't see the picture in the caption until like the next day. And I'm like, yo, Demaris is going crazy on Instagram right now.
Rory took it.
I'm about to say, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
I felt like I instigated it without knowing.
You was on your knees in the wine cellar taking those angles. I know that's what you was doing.
My
but
boy.
that's D. So it's like her birthday.
She deserved that.
Absolute 1,000,000%. You're not wrong. I just want to say,
she deserved the dusty knee afterwards.
I know how nasty your posture was behind the cameras. That's all I'm saying. I know it was nasty.
It was awful.
But I didn't know D was getting those captions off. What that shit said? Him. I love you. Me, as you should, my nigga. I said, yo, hold on. I said, what D getting off? She by the pool, bikinis. She in the bed
in
on
the
her
room.
knees. I said, yo, I wanted to find work to do just so I could be like, yo, get her. We need to film. Get her out of this room because she's going crazy right now.
Bathing suit in the room.
Yeah.
What, you get in the bathtub?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Wait.
go to the pool.
You
You
know
got a
what?
bathing suit in the room.
Ma, I was at your pool. I had heels on and everything. I didn't wear
I'm so
pool
glad I
slides.
didn't go upstairs and see Demaris at that pool with some heels on. Yo, and then she gonna text me like, yo, give me some sweats. I was like, oh, you up there cold now. that sun going down. You up there freezing. You up there half fucking naked. Need to go down there and edit that fucking episode. It's what you need to be. Episode's
being a
already
hussy.
edited. Yeah, already edited, done. Find some fucking work because you on the gram losing your fucking mind right now.
Start your own Patreon.
But I'm happy that you had a good time. It looked like you had a lot of fun. Happy
But yeah,
birthday
with
again.
Damson, I don't shoot shots I don't know if I can make. That's not me.
Oh, Damson is easy.
Don't put that on him, man.
Like, what the fuck?
He's a hussy.
He may
He's
respect
easy.
his dick.
And honestly, a lot of these LA
How you
guys,
know that?
Respect your dick.
these LA guys, man, they like them.
He's not from
them
LA.
tall, light skinned, skinny.
Damson?
Nah.
Have you seen his love interest in Snowfall?
Fair. I will say that why I was even more upset at Demaris is, all right, if you and I go to the club and we don't like the women there, it's not really our fault. It's just not our taste. Like,
yeah.
We only have half of the population of the club that we are interested in.
Here we go.
Mhm.
Demaris has 100% of the population of the club to shoot at, and she didn't shoot at one.
That's not
The whole
that's not
population,
when I
and you don't shoot at one.
That's not when I.
You was in a
shoot.
section full of bad bitches.
They were. That's not. They
Go
were
ahead,
my
diss them,
type.
diss them. They weren't mine either.
That's what I'm like, Rory. We got the
You
same
hear Rory
type.
had diss him.
Yeah, like this wasn't my type, man.
You was trying to take my flow. See, I didn't even like that.
Yo.
You was trying to jack his flow? Oh my God, man.
I ain't gonna get into Rory shit right now.
But did you enjoy?
man.
Did you enjoy your first Sadiq?
It was cool, you know. LA is a different vibe. They don't dance there. Everybody's looking around at everybody. And
Well, when you got Chris Brown standing up and
directly across from me.
and Lil Wayne,
You
and,
ain't blow him
know,
a kiss?
You know all the attention is that.
What's your wink game like? Give me a wink.
I have
Chicks are
so
so
many
trash at
dirty
winking.
jokes that came out that like in my head when he said that, but I'm pretty good at winking.
I will say this though, I was very it was pretty cool. John B performed,
Yeah.
and I was telling
With
Mom,
Sean
you
is
ain't
his
even
hype man.
head bob. You ain't do shit all night.
bro, I was so tired.
What was
man.
that song that came out, Rory, that really got him in his bag though? That he was singing.
It was one that
Dream.
threw me
The
off.
Dream.
Was it Dream?
It was Dream. One of his first joints. Damn, which one was it?
Yeah.
Was it Love in the Club?
Maul starts singing.
Oh,
And
that's
shit.
Usher. What am I talking about?
I love
Yeah.
your girl.
Yeah.
I love your
Out
Out of
girl.
all, we were trying to get Maul to sing, dance the whole time. I Love Your Girl came on. Maul became Whitney fucking Houston.
Nah,
it
that's
was
my shit.
odd. He did
That's
catch
my
a second
shit.
win when Terry
Because
came
I wasn't. No, you know what? Wasn't DJ Night Train?
Night Train, my guy.
Shout out to DJ Night Train. He had a super dope set he played that night. It's just dope when you don't expect to hear certain records. And I wasn't expecting him to play Dream, I Love Your Girl. Like, I wasn't expecting to hear that.
And like you could relate to that, so that's really what got you.
Hey.
Great time. I remember
Yeah.
that was like I think that came out in 2007.
You should
maybe?
have got smacked.
I should have got smacked?
You loving other dudes' girls?
No. Not like that. But that record in
Oh, yeah,
particular,
for
that
sure.
album, they just brought back so many dope nights and memories.
Give us some.
There may have been some fornicating around pools and Sand and shit like that around that time when that. So it just brings back that time in your life. You know what I mean? But it was dope to see John B perform, and I was telling Wale that you don't really
all the names knows everyone.
Wale was standing right. He was standing right next to us. Don't do that. But I was telling him, I'm like, fam, John B has a real record with Tupac.
Yeah.
And he's performing this shit 20-something years later in the club, and everybody's still rocking to it.
Yeah.
There's not many artists that can say it. First of all, there's not many artists that are could still perform today that have a real record with Tupac. So to see that and hear that and then see the crowd that probably half of them weren't even born when that record came out, to see them really like, oh, I fuck with this. Like, are you still down? I was like, that just was a dope moment for me.
I love it.
And then seeing Sean up there,
Sean
with the background
was my favorite
vocals,
part. Sean was my favorite part.
So I was at a handicap, and this is why I'm more mad at Demaris. Because any type of flow I would try to get is Sean, John B, and me in the club. So chicks kept getting confused when they would turn around on who was who.
Like the Spider-Man picture?
Yeah. And then when John B went up to perform. And the
three of you look nothing alike.
Of course not. But everyone says we do.
Yeah.
They go up to perform. I didn't know Sean was going to be his hype man. I'd be like, bro, why you didn't give me a mic?
Yeah.
Like, why couldn't the three of us do this together?
I could have really got up there and set that shit
So
up.
they could have separated. Everyone would have known who was who.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny as fuck.
Like when he was, I know all the John B ad-libs.
Yeah,
like,
me too doesn't. Great records, classic songs. Absolutely.
Like, I felt kind of slighted. Like, but the three of us could have done that.
But that's because they were introducing their group that night. Sean John is the new name of their
Maul
group.
said that shit in the club and was dying fucking laughing. I looked at my
only because I'm looking at Sean like, yo, he's really up there on the ads.
That shit had me
That
screaming.
shit was funny to me. I'm like, yo, Sean is definitely drunk because
I've never seen him do that.
He's up there singing the ads. But that's my guy.
Me
Shout out
and
to
Sean was
man.
singing to each other. Me and Sean was lit.
Nah, Sean, that's my guy. I'm glad you had a good time. Though you finally experienced Sadiq. And that night, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, Night Train, he was playing some shit.
But why you ain't put me on with Damson? Why you ain't put me on?
I mean, I didn't want to put you on the spot. And once I seen you kind of sit down, if you would have been like, yo, Maul, introduce me, I would have introduced you. But once I seen you sit down, I'm like...
But I never want to be the girl that he meet at the club because I don't even go to clubs, but he probably think I'm a club girl because he met me at the club with the littlest dress on in the room.
So you should thank me for not introducing you that night. Because now you get to get a do-over and meet him in a better environment that's more like, maybe it'll be at lunch in LA next time.
Where?
I can see us I can see us totally having lunch in LA and he's in the same restaurant.
You guys could run into each other at the Grove.
Whole Foods,
Farmers Market,
Trader Joe's.
All you got to do is find out what Whole Foods is near his house.
And you just gonna go there and just squeeze watermelons all day and find out which is the ripest one?
Yep.
You gonna wait for
That's
Demaris is so
how you mad at Kanye West, but not mad at yourself right now.
I like the way Demaris and Damson sounds.
D&D.
See?
You guys can real
Put
D&D
the phone on
Studios.
D&D, D with D.
See, I didn't think she was gonna go. I didn't think she was gonna go that
I don't think you should. I don't think any of this shit.
Matter of fact, no, you're not. You're definitely not getting introduced to Damson. I'm sorry. I just changed my mind that fast. That's totally a bad idea.
Oh my fucking god!
Demaris, wait though.
We have fun. Maul is what y'all would expect. I've never been in a club with Maul before, so y'all know Maul is who Maul is in the club. Same person he is on this podcast. He's in the club.
But listen, I'm gonna stand there. I'm gonna smoke.
Rory sat in the corner.
He did. Rory be doing the same shit I be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I have
just with alcohol. Just with alcohol. I smoke and you drink.
I was like sitting on the side of the DJ thing. Me and Night Train was discussing records. What's gonna get him next? That was fun to me.
Rory
like, I know what's gonna get him. I know what's gonna get him.
See, and all I was doing was sitting there and like, oh, okay, this record is hard. I was just reacting to the record. I wasn't dancing, but
I kind of share some sentiments with Demaris about homie court and your decisions that night.
What did Yo, you sure you want to talk about this on this podcast or you want to take it to Patreon?
Wait, I gotta go to homie court?
I think so. It's a past thing, so it's not a current thing.
It's because I'm black, dog.
It's not a current thing.
It ain't because you black.
It's because I'm black,
It's not a current thing. It's not anything.
I gotta go to homie court?
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta go
to spoke about that. You didn't, first of all, you didn't give me the whole scenario.
You copping please before I even tell.
We spoke about this already, so I'm not copping please. I told you, if you would have gave me what happened, 100% that never happens.
Let's talk about just the dinner.
Okay.
So we're at Damaris's birthday, her second birthday dinner. Women have 15 of them. Celebrate the whole fucking month.
Was my birthday dinner or was that us going out to dinner? That was our birthday dinner. That was our MB celebration dinner.
I can't say that was her birthday.
That was our MB celebration.
We pay for both. If I get to call it, if I pay, I get to call it whatever the fuck.
Y'all was nominated for the MB.
If I pay for it, I get to call what the dinner is.
But I don't like that because she left the table for like 30 minutes and was in the bathroom.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That was rude. You was rude that night.
I was having a mental breakdown and crying. If you guys want to know.
I had no. Sorry.
We carried you stumbling out of Delilah or whatever the Drake bar is.
I apologize. Whatever that nigga said, right?
I didn't. You said that. I didn't say
said
that.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so I think we're getting close to the bill. And Maul gets up. This is the second birthday dinner, and like takes a little stroll over to the bar, and I'm over here like, it's cool. We got the same card, so he doesn't need to be here for this. I'll just
that declined
leave the
anyway,
tip.
but we ain't gonna talk about that.
I mean, that's Loyan.
Yeah, for sure. That's Loyan.
And then Demaris goes to me as a good friend. Yo, Shorty over there by the bar. As your friends do when Shorty's by the bar that you may have an issue with. Yo, Shorty's right over there by the bar. And I was like, oh, fuck. So, because my therapist says I'm addicted to chaos and I like to confront things head on.
Jumps up and runs to the
I
bar.
said, let me go talk to her. I'm thinking it's a coincidence because it is a trendy spot in LA. And of course, that not even still thinking Maul ventured over to that bar, but there was a lot of people. And I'm like, hey, you know that hey you do
Funny running into you here
when a woman's really mad at you.
Yeah.
And mind you, this is all past stuff.
Yeah, not no real beef.
Some real past stuff. And it's just some of that like, we cool, but I'm so
still,
over you. Like you really a piece of shit.
Yeah, you still mad at me. Yeah.
So I did the hey, what are you doing here?
Gotta kind of
for sure.
Bit. Yeah.
Introduce yourself to the homegirl when she heard the story.
She know about you. She already hates you. Yeah.
And Shorty goes, oh, Maul invited me.
All right, let's stop right there. See?
Now,
I didn't invite nobody nowhere.
Is this not a case for homie court that Maul would invite the angry girl
I did not invite
who I introduced him to?
I didn't invite nobody nowhere. I was asked where I was at, and I said where I was at.
Maul.
I was at too.
Maul, what's the name of this podcast?
Does that mean it? Is that
I
an
was
in-
at.
Maul, is that an invite?
Where you was at, I was at.
Is that an invite?
Maul, what's the name of this podcast?
We can't do that because me and Rory have been in LA and have seen each other only when we were working plenty of times.
That's true.
Plenty of times.
But you know I was at where you was at.
So why would
But I didn't know that I didn't invite. I didn't say, hey, I'm here. Come here. Meet me here. It wasn't none of that.
Oh, Your Honor, he's playing with words. He's a good lawyer.
Fam, that's all I have.
Depends your definition. What is.
I'm telling you what I said.
Where you at tonight? What you on tonight? And you said, I'm at Wally's. Pull up.
Never said pull up. I said I'm at Wally's. That was it.
You said lamb chops on me.
Never.
I got you and all your girlfriends.
Never.
We all going to highlight room after you my
never.
plus.
You should have said we outside. I'm outside.
But I don't know. First of all, okay, let's keep in context. I don't know that there's a little tension. I don't know that there's a little beef. I don't know none of that. I wasn't made privy to any of this information.
Your Honor.
Yes.
I want to retract everything from the record here and go on my new case in point for my closing arguments. Why is Maul texting her?
Who?
Well, we were texting because she worked somewhere and I was...
Shut up, Edna.
We were texting... Well, we text because she worked somewhere and I was getting some stuff from where she works. That's how we got numbers. And that literally was it. I know, but I'm just saying, like, we're not kicking it every day type of shit. And then asked where I was at. This is where I'm at. I don't know that there's beef.
But why you ain't hit him knowing that could possibly used to be one of his flows? Why you ain't hit him and say, yo, Shorty asked me where I'm at. Can I tell her where we at?
We were sitting across from each other. Instead of saying that, he got up and went to the bar to meet her.
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
That's a lie.
How it looked.
No, that's a lie. I didn't even know this girl was there. Me and Dot went to the bar to go talk to somebody, like a whole different group of people. I literally turned around to come back to the table and your friend and her girls were standing right there. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Literally how it happened. I didn't invite nobody. First of all, I don't invite y'all niggas nowhere.
That's a fact.
Y'all.
Okay, that's a fact.
I don't invite nobody nowhere.
But you don't want to fuck us.
But if Demaris say, yo, Maul, where you at? This is where I'm at.
But Maul, listen, I don't, like me, for example, if I know that it's some old shit or it's like, even if I don't know the exact situation. No, it's not about you knowing the situation. I don't even post shit where I'm at until I hit Rory, yo, do so-and-so know I'm with you? Or
wait, hold on. Don't act like I got a bunch of so-and-sos.
No, not like that. Not like that.
Don't try to paint me like I got them all over the city.
It don't even got to be people you fucking with or anything like that. It could just be somebody I might know that likes you or somebody that you used to have history with.
You've done that before.
I'm going to hit you and say, yo, I'm posting this. Do so-and-so know that you with me? Or do so-and-so know that you here? I'm always going to do that. And I always
agree. Because I don't hide shit.
Fam, I wasn't thinking about none of that shit. I didn't know it was tension, beef, nothing. I'm literally like...
Even if they was cool.
but I'm with Demaris there.
Yeah, but it wasn't. That wasn't an invite though. Like you keep saying an invite.
But
I didn't say
you told a girl that women act.
You told a girl that you were at one of the better restaurants right now in LA. Say, yeah, we over here. She's gonna take that as okay. I'm coming.
I would never take that as I'm.
You're not a woman.
Yeah, but
why the fuck you thought she asked you where you was at, Maul? You thought she just wanted to know your whereabouts for no reason?
Yeah, it happens. You know how many people asked me that night where I was at, and none of them pulled up?
Yeah, he didn't give out an official invitation.
I didn't invite nobody nowhere. Yo, it was at least 30 people that asked me what I was doing that night, and I told them, and I didn't see any of them. They didn't show up.
Maybe they didn't traffic.
But she never asked. You just said that you only text her about whatever you got to buy from her, whatever. So she never texts you about, right? Y'all don't text back and forth about anything, right?
No.
So her randomly asking you where you at wasn't a red flag?
It wasn't a red flag because I believe the context was, it was maybe something like, yo, what's going on? Like, what's popping tonight? Like, what's going on tonight?
Where you at tonight is the
like,
context.
well, what's going on? Because I remember the last time we was out there, it was that Shabba shit.
Okay.
And everybody knew about that. I didn't even know what that was at the time. So I was just like asking, like, yo, like, what's good? Like, what's going on tonight? Obviously, I know Sadiq is the spot, but I was just saying if anything else, like, what else was popping tonight? That literally was it. That wasn't an invite to come to where we was at. Like, I would, fam, I don't invite
sounds like
nobody.
A transaction of what you doing. Oh, I'm doing this. Oh, I'm doing this. Felt like a transaction.
I don't invite nobody nowhere, for the record.
I know, Mom.
People that I fuck with, I don't invite.
Even when you do invite us places, you don't come.
Yeah, like I don't invite people nowhere. So y'all saying I invited somewhere? Come on, fam. Y'all know me better than that. I don't invite nobody nowhere.
You know how corny I am? After I did the hey, she said, Maul invited me. I almost said, didn't know you two were so close.
Wait, she said I invited her?
Yes. That's why I said from Rip. That's why you in homie court.
So that's
why we called you.
That's crazy.
Dog, if she was just there, I would have dead thought she just showed up. And that's what I thought when I saw her. I just went up and said hello.
How you think we found out about the text conversation?
And she said, Maul invited me.
Okay. It didn't happen, people. I didn't invite anybody. I don't invite nobody anyway.
Judges of the jury of YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Reddit, please let us know your verdict.
And keep in mind, I never invited nobody anywhere. I didn't say, hey, come through, eat steak.
Witness A says, Maul invited me.
We're going to need to see the text.
And on top of, I didn't want to do that.
Yo, Maul gonna pull him up.
Get the deleting fingers quick.
Deleting fingers.
Yo, Maul pulling them up. He's scrolling for a while. I feel like they be texting. I don't know, Rory.
And listen, I don't know this woman to be a liar. She's a pretty stand-up girl. That's why we've been friends for so long. Mm-hmm. I took her word for it. So I was like, interesting.
I was in the back listening to both sides. That was a long night.
Okay, we've received a text message and mark this here just so we can clean it up a little bit. Time to close Instagram. You're at your daily limit.
Where do you see it invited?
Oh, he caught a plea. Now I can't read it because he's at his time.
Yeah, like,
look at this guy.
Okay.
Why are you setting daily limits for Instagram?
Okay.
Rory is now reading for back story for people who aren't
let's
watching.
see where the night begins.
Right here. You ain't got to scroll far. It's not much.
I'm not trying to go too. I don't want to get in y'all business.
The first one.
Where is the jacket and the pants though? Did you leave something at her house?
See,
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
You know where this girl work at? Like,
oh, she says I have your pants.
Give me my phone, man.
I don't know.
Give me my phone, man. Give me my phone.
All right. Maul says, "What you up to tonight?" Grabbing dinner with my girl. You said at B-Day dinner. Then Sadiq. She said, "Ooh," with the mad O's and U's. Mm-hmm. He said, "I might be asleep though. I'm tired of shit." I love pulling that line.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was in the club just standing. I was tired.
Sadiq is a vibe. That jet lag will get you. This sounds like a small talk conversation of people that aren't ready to flirt with each other yet. Mm-hmm. You know those early phases where you be like, "Oh yeah, I'll be tired though." And be like, "Yo, that jet lag."
Get to the point. See, all right, get to the point. Where you see the invite at? Where do you see me inviting anybody at?
You stepping out? She said, "I'm at dinner now." You. Here's where this can go up to the jury of social media. He says at Wally's. That is a fact. Maul is not lying. But she did double tap. And a double tap could be as I'm on my way.
I'm on my way.
Oh, see, now y'all going into other some. I don't know about all that double tap shit. I'm just showing you that I never said, pull up, come meet me here. I never said that.
You did say B-Day dinner, though. And more than likely, if you had a B-Day dinner, Rory gonna be there.
But it's not his B-Day.
What are y'all just, why y'all trying to tell me I'm black? It's because I'm black, right? Y'all trying to, like, I'm just guilty. Like, I didn't invite nobody nowhere, bro. And if Rory would have told me the full scale of what was going on, that never would have happened.
Well,
It's
I'm
still
happy
funny,
you
though.
invited her because we had a great time.
No, come on, man. That's a lot of people that Rory know that if I continue to talk to them, it's because they super cool as fuck.
Oh no, she's the
Cool as a mother. She cool as shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know what was going on. You know what I mean? I didn't know. I would have come out no rookie. I would have easily read that DM and be like, you ain't jamming me up with the invite. Like, nah, I'm not letting you know where we at tonight. Nah. Like, but I didn't know. I didn't know that there was a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? So yes, to the jury, my evidence was presented to court. I never invited nobody a motherfucking place. That's all I'm saying, goddammit.
Jury's still out.
The jury ain't out. Fuck the jury.
I mean, you still may have to take accountability though. You may not be guilty, but she did know the location based off of you.
Not arguing that.
Now, if she would have came in wilding at my birthday dinner and Will Smith slapped Rory, then what?
You would have to smack her back. You just said
you would.
Would Mo and I have defended you if a man disrespected you? You would let her smack me at Wiley's, and you're not gonna get out? I'm not gonna hit her.
Yeah, Rory can't do that.
You the only girl at the table,
and it's your birthday. So
if I separate the person and the action, if anybody comes up to Rory and slaps Rory,
so
for
now
no
it's
reason,
who the specific person is. Now,
of course,
now you wouldn't smack her.
Nah, real shit. Of course, I'm popping off the rip automatically, but her, not her, because if she's coming to slap you, you did something. So
what you did?
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
This is not part of the court. This is a separate charge that you have to take up with her.
Y'all don't know the business. What?
That's a separate charge. You got to take that to a different court. That's civil court.
Yeah, that's civil court.
This
That's
ain't homie
100%
court.
civil court. Absolutely.
Yeah. She got to file those charges. Y'all can't file those.
Damn, y'all try to jam me up in homie court. Damn, son, that's crazy. Y'all niggas took me to court for that shit. That's crazy.
I forgot about it, man.
I have forgot about it too, but it's really funny. We had a good time in LA.
Great time in LA.
Yeah, and she was over it after that. Hey,
Yeah.
she
I want to thank her because I want to thank her because y'all were boring in the club and she had fun.
I was
with me.
tired.
Walked to the bathroom with me, held me up when the motherfucking Tom Fords was about to buckle. She held me up. So
I was tired as fuck. I'm sorry, man. That's all I could give y'all tonight was smoke a little bit of bud and sing along to "I Love Your Girl" and go home, man. That's all I have for y'all.
I get it.
They had a smoking session afterwards, and Maul wanted to go home. I said, "Yeah, he tired."
I don't know why y'all.
Why we even went to that?
That was the definition of forcing the mix.
Nah, because don't get it twisted.
Not them, us.
Yeah, but it had potential to be a really, really good vibe.
It did. I was just too tired.
Tired.
You had a flight to catch. It could have really been a vibe, but it was like, let's get out of it. Yeah. We gave him a cool 10 minutes.
Yeah,
15 minutes, and then we was out of there.
That was a cool spot. I'd never been in that part of the
super
hotel.
dope. Super dope. That's why I was like, it had potential to be a really good night.
We gotta ask about that. Bring that back next time.
For what? So you could sit and not hit on nobody?
No, we get that room, nigga. We
that's what I'm saying.
We doing something different in there. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
It ain't gonna look nothing like that.
We gotta, you know what I'm saying?
It will be respectable women in Bible studies.
Playing checkers and Jenga all night. Absolutely.
Yeah. Word scramble.
Yeah, I get it.
Naked Twister.
See.
See
what I'm saying? Demaris gonna always show you who she is. Just let her keep talking. She gonna show you nastiness.
I just want to play Taboo. I'm good for 9.
I'm really good at Taboo though. I'm good for 9.
I'm a good lottery pick when it comes to that shit.
All right. Some new music came out. A lot of music came out actually that I thought nothing was literally coming out. Big Lotto dropped her project.
777.
Daddy Yankee, he put out his project.
Just gonna skip over
Yeah,
Lotto shit?
say,
I didn't listen to it.
Big Lotto, big remix.
Of course I did.
Yeah? How is it?
Lotto might be my favorite woman rapper right now.
I heard her on
You could listen to Lotto as a granted, she get into her pussy talk and all the shit that the women love.
I love pussy talk.
But she be rapping and talking about some shit that's not the typical. I'm not gonna say all women rappers, please don't put me in that box.
Yeah.
Of what the mainstream is playing of women rappers at the moment. Lotto can do that talk and she can do the other talk. And I don't know if there's very many women rappers that can do both that talk and make mainstream music.
You know, Lotto reminds me of when I hear her, I think it was a LA Leakers freestyle she did, or it may have been Flex.
It was she did Leakers before and then she just did Flex for this album.
So
smoke both.
I heard her. She reminds me, and I know people are gonna kill me for this, but she reminds me a lot of early Meg.
Okay.
Like hearing them freestyles, I remember like hearing a lot of early Meg freestyles at the radio stations, and the way Meg was rapping back then is what Lotto reminds me of right now.
Yeah, Lotto has some other flows. That's what I liked about this album. It's not the same pocket flow every single time, and the music doesn't sound. Every record does sound different.
Good.
So production wise, it is good. I did love the one shot that I didn't see very many people talking about. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to, but I thought the line, "I can't tell if you bitches is selling records or selling pussy," was fucking hysterical. But no one wanted to comment on that one.
I'm glad. Well, I'm glad a woman said it.
We could never.
Yeah, we can't say no shit like that. But we know that two things can be true, right? I mean, so
entrepreneur.
Yeah,
I'm not hating.
Listen, never hating. But two things that'll never be out of demand is music and pussy. You ain't gonna never wake up and they gonna report, listen, nobody wants no more pussy or no more music. Like, that's never gonna happen. So listen, it is what it is. But I definitely want to check her project out because I like Lotto a lot. And I see she got some dope features. Kodak, Nardo Wick, Dirk, Lil Wayne,
Childish Gambino,
21. So I see she got some heavy features on this. So I definitely got to check that out. Daddy Yankee put out what he announced as his last album, Legend Daddy.
I thought Eden was gonna call in sick or quit after that news. Yeah,
I was at the Bad Bunny concert.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you replaced your man.
Yeah. You moved on. You move on fast, Eden.
You know,
I don't.
You one of them.
So yeah, shout out to Daddy Yankee on obviously one of the most iconic, legendary reggaeton artists. The docuseries on Netflix with Daddy Yankee and Nicky Jam. A lot of that was filmed in my hood in the Bronx where I grew up at, and I remember being younger and Daddy Yankee came over. This was right after Gasolina came out.
Classic record.
And it was fucking...
You were selling the gas at the time.
Allegedly. And when I say it was fucking pandemonium in the Bronx right that day, dog, like I didn't know exactly how big reggaeton artists were at that time. But when Daddy Yankee came back through the hood, and I'm talking about the entire Bronx was trying to run in the block, like it was crazy. So
for me, it was Nori.
Oh, that's what
that's what shook up the reggaeton for me.
That's what shook it up for you. Him and Nina Sky.
When he was on the block, though, what did you refer to? Did you say Daddy? Like,
no, you got me twisted. I know who my father is.
You call him Yank?
No, didn't call him none of the above, Rory. But yeah, shout out to an iconic career. I don't know if a lot of artists say this is their last album and all that.
Only your family does that.
Yeah. So I don't really put too much stock in that, but. Either way, shout out to Daddy Yankee on a new and what he says will be his final project.
Last album, and he's also going to do a tour as well.
Oh yeah, this is definitely not his last album.
In there.
Eden is in there.
Did you listen to Denzel Curry's album?
I haven't yet. It's on my queue because I was caught up with a wedding and
the Peacock
St. Peter stuff.
Yeah, I get it.
But no, I'm interested in definitely.
It's an interesting title though. Melt My Eyes, See Your Future. Definitely an interesting title for an album.
I fuck with Denzel Curry, so I'm excited to listen to it and talk about it next episode. Reggae side, Coffee Gifted was one that I listened to on my way to the wedding. On my way to an Irish wedding. Really set the vibes.
Balance. It's all about balance.
Buddy's album, I'm halfway through. That's priority for me right now. Buddy
Super Ghetto, yeah, Super Ghetto.
I fuck with Buddy. Buddy is hard. But yeah, there was a few more. I had a really busy weekend, so.
Shout out to Jay Worthy and Larry June. They put out a project, 2 Peas in a Pod. That was pretty dope. I was listening to it on the flight back this morning. Pretty good, man. And London Drugs. I don't want to forget London Drugs. They had 2 Peas in a Pod. Larry June, Jay Worthy. Check that out. And that was pretty much, if I may have missed something, that's pretty much all. Nigo. I know Nigo dropped his project.
Did you listen to it?
I did listen to it. Some good music on there. I just, you know what it is? I think that I'm kind of I'm kind of moving away from the feature heavy shit. And obviously Nigo is not a rapper. He this is a project, but I don't know if because so many people rely on features now.
Yeah.
That when certain projects is kind of like, it's cool. Like this project is good. There's some good records on here. But it's not something that I find myself running back to a lot.
It tends to sound like a bunch of songs rather than an album.
Yeah.
When it does the feature heavy shit.
Yeah. So it's not, but there's some good records on here though. I know Nigo. Key Glock, Yellow Tape 2.
Shout out to Key Glock.
Shout out to Key Glock. He definitely got some joints on there. Listened to some of that this morning. Yeah, man.
Carl, what drill rapper came out this weekend? Demaris, anything from upstate?
I almost told you to
Oh,
go to
fuck.
hell.
We can't skip over this.
What? No.
Say it again.
Nicki and
Nicki and
Fivio.
Fivio.
Hey. She said suck his dick like a freeze pop. First, he got to give me top. More colorful than a peacock. R.I.P. to Peacocks.
Nah, that shit is hard. Shouted me out right from the rip.
Oh,
That's crazy.
Rory.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Maybe there's 3 crowns. Maybe it's not just 2.
It's not 3 crowns, bro.
It's not me, Fivio, and Nick.
No, man.
Me,
no.
Fivio, and Nick.
All right. I like it.
Nervous.
Give us some bars. Oh god. I wish the cameras were on Demaris right now. But yeah, we can't play too much of that because Nicki and Fivio have way too much backing for us to play their records without it being on DSPs. But it was nice to be shouted out in the first few bars. It is nice to wear the 3rd crown. I am honored to be next to those two icons.
My sister said, after all of that surgery, you are still ugly. That is what gets me. Period.
No, I caught the bar.
Yeah.
I get it. But first of all, Maul.
Yes.
Only you can solve this. Only you can resolve what in the drug dealing backpack rap is going on right now.
I think that
the fuck is going on?
I don't know. I was just as surprised to read all of this shit and see, tweets and all of this as anybody else was. I just think this is a classic case of rappers being a little emotional about nothing. That's what this boils down to.
It's weird that you couldn't fix that, but Will Smith is sensitive, smacked Chris Rock, and Diddy got that done in an hour. Meanwhile, you can't sit these two down.
Yeah, I mean,
and really save it.
I definitely wanted to hit Benny and talk to him about it, but I decided to mind my fucking business, man, on this one, because it's just like I don't know what the fuck. I heard what Benny said in the interview about the window of him and Freddie working together is closed or closing.
Which I don't understand. What was the context of that entire thing?
This is what I'm saying. I don't know. I just think that Freddie may have just taken that a little too personal, and
I would have taken it personal. Again, I don't know what he meant, but why are you saying that?
If I'm guessing, Benny was joking.
Did they have a history of like some tiffs?
No,
not that I think those two gentlemen would tiff.
Not that I know of.
But
if some things happened in the studio or at shows backstage, maybe. I don't know, but from what I know, I don't know that these two ever had any type of. I know that I remember when Freddie tweeted something a few months back, and I know West chimed in and was like, because I think Freddie may have said, "Yo, none of these rappers something maybe work hard as me or put out the work I put out," and then West chimed in and said, "I put out."
I actually think it was with Freddie's DJ or manager or somebody was
his
the
manager,
one that said,
Lambo. Yeah, his manager. His manager said that. And I think that West chimed in and was like, West gonna let you know everything he did.
For sure.
He's gonna let you know how many hoodies he sold. He gonna let you know he got 3 sneaker deals on the way. He bought $80,000 pieces of art. He gonna let you know everything.
He had lunch with Anna Winter.
Exactly. He gonna let you know everything. And I think that may have started the whole
Griselda versus Freddie thing.
And I think what Benny said kind of, like, oh, so you're not fucking with me like that type of thing. Like, and that may have spun out of control, which is, for me, I hate to see it because those are two of my favorite rappers right now. So it's just like, I don't want to see them two beefing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. I want to see y'all make a project together, actually.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I would want to see some shit like that. But either way, I hope it's something that they could talk about behind the scenes. Don't turn it into no corny tweeting back and forth Instagram shit.
Or come up here. Let's the 4 of us get down to the root of your issues.
I thought you were about to say, let's get down. I'm about to say, like,
no, I don't want to get down.
I was saying, why are you putting us in the middle? Why we got to fight Freddie and Benny?
I go to therapy. You have a criminal past. Demaris is from upstate. This is the perfect environment to get Benny and Freddie in here to deep dive into their issues with each other and how they feel.
Yeah, let's get to the emotions behind these things and these words and what these words really mean. What do you mean the window is closing?
What is that a metaphor? Is that a metaphor for the friendship you have in your soul for him?
Like, is the relationship closing?
Is it the window to your eyes?
Is it because it's getting cold where you are? Like, I don't understand. What is happening? You know what I mean? We need to ask the hard-hitting, tough questions and sit down and be journalists for 2 hours.
Or maybe are you the one that's closed?
Closed-minded? Closed opportunist? I don't know. Maybe we need to...
Yeah.
We might need to sit down with them and talk about that. I'm definitely going to call Benny tonight, though.
I will text Freddie.
Yeah,
him and I are really we're not like call friends like that.
Yeah, I'll call.
We'll text.
I just want to know if this is something that I should really be concerned about, or are these two just trolling? Like, that's ultimately what.
Who knows?
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I need to know how much stock I need to put into this shit, because again, these are two of my favorite rappers right now, so I don't want to see this type of shit.
I feel you.
But shout out to Drew too. Drew dropped his project, Can't Make It Up. Shout out to Good Brother Music Group. Drew definitely one of my new favorite West Coast artists right now. The Love Me For Me joint with Mozzie is dope. Neek Buck, shout out to Neek Bucks. Neek Bucks on that project.
Fuck with Neek.
Drew, Can't Make It Up on your DSPs now. Go stream that.
All right. Demaris, do we miss any hot topics?
No. We're the hot topic.
We're the hot topic?
We were the hot topic all week, and then, Will slept Chris, so. But yes, go back and listen to all the new music that came out.
Yeah, we can discuss that. It was a long weekend.
Yeah, we are just tired.
Long weekend, long week ahead.
It was so long that you told me there's a snow concert, and I'm not gonna go. That's how tired I am.
Yeah. Can you get me your connect so I can go?
No.
Hating on me, yo.
I hate who?
He be hating on me.
I bought you Jasmine Sullivan tickets.
I appreciate that. You didn't have to buy these ones. I would have bought them myself.
Talk your
But
talk,
I want to go.
So I'm grateful there.
If you have a connect, let me know. If not,
it's mad late.
It's mad late. It's hilarious.
Yo, like,
it's
showtime,
mad late.
showtime.
It's like your girl asking you, yo, can we go to dinner? Yo, it's mad late. Like, we can't even go to dinner right now. Like, yo, all the kitchens is closed.
I look like that
all
guy,
the kitchens
man.
is closed.
What you mean?
You don't think snow is a hot ticket? That asking right now isn't like I'm that guy?
You definitely that guy.
I ain't even gonna tell y'all how Rory sent me to this strip club that he been telling about in all these stories. And I went to the strip club thinking I was going to see some bad bitches.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And they all look like they could be Rory's second cousin. I don't want to see all them goddamn...
You didn't go on the right night. And I told you that. And you're like, oh. You had to go on Sunday nights.
Mm-hmm. See,
if you wanted to go on AC/DC night on Tuesday, have a blast. But if you want to go on Sunday night...
It was a
when Nick Cannon is hosting. Because you don't think they came out for Nick Cannon? I was there last Sunday. Nick Cannon was hosting. They was out there. Not for me, for Nick, but... I mean, he's just passing out semen. I would have ran after Nick too if I was a stripper.
Yo,
passing out the semen
in a little bag, you just throwing it at the strip club.
Like, get yourself pregnant.
Take it.
That's the goodie bag.
You get a baby. You get a baby. You get a baby.
Stop.
Once I walked in and seen Nick, I should have turned right around.
Yeah, nasty Nick, huh?
Nasty Nick.
What else we got? That's it? Anything else we need to hit?
Yeah, I think that's it. I have to use the bathroom anyways.
All right, man. Well, y'all know the spiel. We'll be back in a couple days.
The spiel.
The spiel. You know the spiel. The spiel
God.
deals. We'll be back in a couple days. Y'all hold it down. Be safe. Love on your loved ones while you can.
Slap a nigga about your wife.
Slap a nigga about your wife.
Don't get slapped thinking you about to slap somebody over your wife, and then your wife gets you slapped.
We will talk to y'all in a few days. I'm that nigga. He's just Ginger. Y'all be safe.
She's just sick. Never mind.
Peace.
No worry and now.